Right. Welcome everyone to once again another Australian States Cup finals match. We have New Zealand A versus Victoria A going on right now. This is going to be an absolutely incredible, intense match. But joining me today once again is Benaswell, and we have a little guest appearance from Pala. Pala sneaking in here on his phone. How are you two today?
Hey, hey. Damn,
Very
New
good.
New Zealand A versus Victoria A. Damn. Damn.
And this promises to be a good match on the sheet. I tell you what, Lust,
All right.
it feels like only yesterday that we were up in these same seats, casting our very first time together, and we're back at
Yeah,
it again. And one of the best matches
crazy.
here for this States Cup. I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'm so excited as well to have Pala. I can't believe he's not cooling down or anything. That was an intense match in the last one against South Australia.
Legit.
Pala, how are you feeling after that match?
Nah, you were just saying like one of the best matches. Wait, I think we can all say that last match was also one of the best matches of the tournament.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, we got to see you play this week, which we didn't get to see last week, which is good to
Yeah,
see. So,
yeah.
do you feel like you're on top of your aims and stuff at the moment?
No, no, not yet. But I'll be okay next week. Oh, don't worry.
Uh,
You were
excellent.
looking pretty good, man. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. You were looking more comfortable
yeah.
than you have for the past few weeks. So definitely getting that consistency back.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
Victoria A does have a big out this week. Unfortunately, Drox for the next 2 weeks is not going to be here. He is on holiday, so that is a massive out for that Victoria A side. Definitely the most common third player for sure. So
You would have thought you'd time your holidays around States Cup. I mean, I certainly did. Pala, I know you did. You've been very committed to this tournament as well. So interesting decision from Drox, and maybe just not taking it seriously, Lust, which is disappointing from the Victorian team. But
Yeah, maybe he
these
just
two,
doesn't like his team either.
maybe that's what it is.
that's a
Maybe.
good point.
As we see, yes, this New Zealand A versus Victoria A, we make it sound funny, but I'll tell you what, this will be a very close game, I do imagine. Obviously, Victoria with Mrekk on their team, which nothing to be sneezed at. Clearly showed his dominance last week against New South Wales A Pala, but also have
Really?
against a strong.
Really? Did they really do that?
Well, I don't know. They clean swept you. Lust tried to stick up for you in the commentary booth, but I said it's 6-0. What are you talking about? Like so.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, I think it would have been a different story if you'd played Pala. I think that's the difference. If you'd played, like, you would have been able to get some matches,
Yep.
maybe even win.
True.
As we
My
see,
ego was just so big. I thought we would win. Like if I just didn't play.
that's true. That is true. And people say that about you, Pala, that you do have a big ego, but it's good to see that. Good to see that it is true. So.
Okay, who says that actually? Can you like tell me
Me.
who says?
Me, I say that, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Lust was saying it non-stop in the match before. Actually.
Wow.
I'll give you his address afterwards if you want. So.
Oh no, I have it. Oh, I have it.
So
He's not even lying. He does have my address.
So as we
Yeah,
see
let's get focus on the match.
Yeah,
Focus
so
on
let's
the
get
match.
focused on the match here, lads. Like, as the experienced cast as I am here in the Australian States Cup, Victoria with the first ban, Fremont 3 going out the window straight away, and Mrekk straight away getting rid of that. Mrekk doing some of the captain duties as Zyntex was a little bit late for this match, and New Zealand A with 2 bans, but they've banned the No Mod 5 and a Hidden 2 straight out the door. So, what are we expecting to see next from Victoria, Lust?
Well, considering we did see that Primo 3 ban, Primo 3 is probably the second highest BPM map, I think, non-DT, the highest BPM non-DT map that is in the pool, and it is a tapping map as well, so probably going to see a speed ban in that DT3, because, I mean, that New Zealand speed roster is absolutely incredible. They have the man himself, Yamss, who was once in contention for the greatest speed player in the world not too long ago. And you also have incredible tapping speed in Saikyu and clafrelys, or colloquially known as Kyujin. So I think a speed ban is definitely the right way to go here, especially when there's not really a third on that tapping anymore with that big Drox elimination.
Absolutely. And Pala, you got to analyse from the sidelines last week this Victorian A roster. What would you be doing if you were New Zealand A as we go through these bans and picks later on? What would you be trying to force Victoria A into?
I mean, last week they also double banned speed into us. So I would just pick whatever's left of the speed. Especially since they're missing Drox.
Absolutely. No, that's fair enough. And that's good. That's good analysis from Super Pala there as we wait and see. So Victoria with the second ban there, DT3.
Weird that you just called me that, but it's alright. That's alright.
Why is that weird?
You know, normal Pala would be the one that's playing, but the analyzer Pala is Super Pala there. Yeah, so that's the difference. As we look to get this next pick underway from New Zealand A, slow ban period here from both teams. Clearly, both teams very don't come in. DT3 actually banned from Victoria, but yeah, both teams not really hurrying themselves along. As it looks like it's a pick of the DT2 as our first map. Is that correct?
Not too surprising again to see that DT2 pick. Probably what I would have immediately expected that New Zealand roster to choose. As our wonderful analyst Pala was pointing out as well.
Super Pala. Super Pala. They did double ban speed last week as well. Obviously, this is only 218 BPM, so it is more essentially a no mod 2 with double time applied, but regardless, it is one of those maps you would be fairly confident in that New Zealand roster to take with relative ease. Absolutely. Just straight up and down stamina map, this one.
DT2.
Japan Air?
What?
That's the one. Japan Air is what they picked. Yep. So I thought we started playing Tony Hawk's for a second.
I know Drox is breathing in that Japan Air.
That's true. He is in Japan right at this very moment. So he is breathing in that Japan Air. Yeah, so he's playing with them in spirit.
And this is why you get the big dollars, Pala. That is fantastic insight from you to pick that one up. That is very well done. You came preloaded. That must be written down somewhere in your notes there, I reckon. No,
actually, it was off the dome.
Oh, mate. And that is just too good. This is why we got you in the commentary booth here tonight, as we do get Japan Air underway. And Lucky Drox gets to breathe that one in. As we look to see this speedy New Zealand team get underway, LusT. And we'll see who comes in for these rosters.
Yeah, should be seeing clafrelys. It's really hard to say that name. Clafrelys. I still haven't quite worked it out yet, but I'm just going to call him Kyujin. Actually seeing HaSappy in the lobby and Saikyu. Maybe the BPM might be a little bit too low for yamss. clafrelys? Let's go with clafrelys. But on Victoria A, obviously Zyntex, Mrekk 100% from the lobby will be in every single map, and sephy coming in as that third.
Absolutely, LusT. Well, I'll leave that up to you to keep saying that name through the night. Hopefully you get about 4 or 5 different pronunciations as we do see Mrekk, Zyntex, and sephy in for Victoria. Hopefully no issues here as we see sephy not quite loading the map. Hopefully everyone is underway and we just have a small bancho issue, but...
Sounds like he needs a tissue for his issue.
Really?
And that is absolutely... I couldn't have said it better. This is why we do have you here, because there's super comments from the super analyzer there, Pala, as both teams get underway, and no one dropping FC at the moment, as we are very early on into this map rather. Very quick map, this one, as we get into the meat of the map, LusT.
Well, unfortunately you didn't point it out, but clafrelys did find that break, and down goes HaSappy to match him as well. So already 1 FC to 2 on Victoria, but as I'm saying that Zyntex will find that break as well. So Zyntex and sephy both finding breaks. Now Mrekk versus Saikyu, battle of the beasts at the moment. 2 incredibly talented, consistent players.
They absolutely are. And I didn't pick that up LusT just because I wanted to make sure that you said clafrelys as HaSappy goes down there, as well as clafrelys, and Zyntex still with a big combo. Mrekk though with the FC, currently only FC, Saikyu as well in the lobby. So these two going up against each other, and it's just a battle of who can hold on. Zyntex and sephy with massive combos at the moment, Pala.
Yeah,
is-
yeah. I think no. Actually, like something that people don't know is that Sephy is like really good at speed. So
There you go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
he's
can still
quite
play
a
it.
talented speed player. He does unfortunately find a bit of a chain break there, but Zyntex doing some serious work with the supporting combo, and Mrekk holding down that FC, matching Saikyu perfectly at the moment. So the battle of the supporting combos, Victoria A is winning quite handily at the moment.
Big combo at the moment from clafrelys as Zyntex, and also with a corresponding massive combo Saikyu, and Mrekk still with the FCs holding on. And this does look like it's going further and further Victoria's way. Has to see a break probably from Mrekk to make this change at all. Definitely possible in this quick tapping section here. Zyntex goes down from that big combo. He's going to start to swing it, but are they going to run out of map here? As Saikyu still with the FC.
Oh no! Oh no!
There's definitely enough time here. The score is swinging. We do see sephy and HaSappy finding quite a few breaks as well, so it's going to slow the damage a bit. But as you see in these final dying seconds on the spinner,
OMG!
is it going to be a spin to win?
Oh!
OMG!
What a spinner from Victoria A, and they take it on the spin to win. And starting us off that first point, what a nail biter. But it's going
Wow.
to be a break point with a spin to win.
I'm completely missing nails now, Lust. That was nuts right at the end there. I actually dead set thought, I was building up the drama here in the commentary booth thinking there's no way Victoria A lose this, but it did swing so quickly there with those misses from Zyntex and sephy. And to come right down to that massive spinner at the end, you couldn't have scripted that better. And luckily they went exactly to the script we wrote a little bit earlier on. Lust, and fantastic first map there from Victoria A.
We had Pala writing it for us as well.
We did. Pala wrote his little witty one-liners himself as well, which is fantastic as well. So as we look to get the next pick underway, what a fantastic map. Did you see any cracks there in either of the teams, Pala, as you watched that map there? I didn't either. So,
like,
did you see any mental cracks? Did you see anyone start? Like, is that going to be a sign of things to come? Did New Zealand A lose a big piece there, and on a map that should have favoured them?
Nah, because there's no more speed maps anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
It's just the truth.
There's
no more.
We should get Pala in the commentary booth every night. This is fantastic. And I'll tell you what, while we wait for this next pick and all the teams to cool down, we spoke about it in the previous game where the weather really played a big difference for New South Wales A. They had the better OSU conditions, I think we decided in the commentary booth. Now, between Melbourne and New Zealand, there is almost no temperature difference at the moment. The humidity is almost the same. We've got 13 degrees C in both locations at the moment. And so you'd have to be imagining this is going to be tight. There is no weather buff or nerf to either team at the moment. 13 degrees C is
forgetting one very important factor. And it's that time zone. Now New Zealand is several hours ahead. So
it's tomorrow, I think.
It's going to be tired. Yeah, it's going to be sleepy hours for this New Zealand team. They're going to be quite tired. It might be past some of their bedtimes even. So that sleepy debuff coming from New Zealand A. Victoria does have 1 point over them. But choosing that hidden one is definitely where I would have said that pick order would have gone. Obviously seeing a hidden 2 ban from New Zealand A, because hidden 2s are very much you can play them well or you can't play them at all, and there's not a super proficient hidden reading roster on this New Zealand side.
Wow, that's mean. There is. There is.
Yeah, who's that?
Eugen?
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And I would have said the same actually. I thought LusT was being pretty hard on the New Zealand roster.
Is Osbert playing?
I thought he got banned like after he signed up.
Unfortunately, Osbert is not on this team. No, they do have Fusion, or clafrelys, who is an incredible hidden player in his own right, but I think for their whole hidden roster, it is definitely one of their weaker points, is more so what I was getting at.
Okay. Well, it's not really a reading map, it's like more of a stream map.
Point there from how do you rebuff to that LusT?
Look, he's got me there. Unfortunately, he's got me there.
Now,
but we will be seeing.
Okay, well, I
Hayley
think
coming in.
Saikyu would actually like be okay, like, even though it's hidden, because I think he lops a little bit.
Now, I think the real problem. Now, we spoke about. Now, we always LusT. Whenever we commentate together, we always talk about the weather, and we talk about these outside influences on Osu. But like you spoke about, that sleepy debuff that New Zealand are going to be experiencing here on a 5 minute 40 long map. So, sorry, we are doing the hidden one. So, it's going to be a I can't imagine. I'd fall asleep in the middle of it, I'll be honest. I couldn't play it either, but I'd fall asleep in the middle of it. So this is going to be a tough one for New Zealand as they get going. But Pala's put all his money on New Zealand to win here on this map. So
that's not what I said.
That is what you said, Pala. We can go back in the tapes, but we won't do that now. As Pala put all his full support behind
Okay, now
this
you're
New Zealand
framing it
roster.
like I think they're not gonna win, even though I didn't like say anything. Like, I'm just saying that's not what I said. Like, I think either of them can win.
I agree. I do agree. Both are very quality teams, and both can win. Absolutely. So, as we get underway, and clafrelys gets the early first break there. Saikyu as well goes down once again. yamss with the only big full combo out of New Zealand. Mrekk and Zyntex both with full combos on their behalf, and Hayley went down early as well in this map. LusT.
Yeah, Mrekk and Zyntex are going to be absolutely incredible. I think you are going to see some pretty much every single map. Just about Mrekk is going to MC. This is getting even higher star rating for him, and he's just, I mean, as you're seeing it right now, he gets more and more comfortable the higher the star rating goes. He is, I mean, without a doubt, the greatest player in the world. And to have him on your States Cup team is such a huge boon. And Zyntex himself is also an absolutely incredible player. Two big dogs on the OWC team.
You say he's a huge boon?
Yeah.
Can you define that?
Like a give boon. Hold on.
No.
Can you use it in a sentence, Pala?
What?
Right. As we continue on. And Saikyu with the biggest combo at the moment out of New Zealand, but the FC still with Mrekk and Zyntex. So it's a big score lead currently as we're about a third of the way through this map. This map is so long.
yamss did have that FC as well. Unfortunately, he did get slow slided on what looked like to be just about nothing. So losing the big score on the side of New Zealand
as well when I was practicing.
That is unfortunate, but we are seeing Mrekk Zyntex with the double FC now. clafrelys and Saikyu doing their best with their recovery attempts here, but at the moment are being completely outclassed by that Mrekk Zyntex duo.
Yeah, Mrekk and Zyntex just showing themselves to be too high of a quality at the moment on this hidden one, but it's a long old map, tiebreaker length map this one, as still with the full combo. Saikyu with a big combo as well for New Zealand. New Zealand starting to build combos here. Hayley with the lowest combo on the board. But we'll see as we get through this next difficult section of the map exactly how it starts to play out.
And this Victoria duo is just looking too strong. I mean, they were both FCing until, as I'm saying, that Zyntex does go down, but Mrekk is still holding on to FC. Saikyu and clafrelys both over the 1100 combo mark now, doing a really good attempt to bring this back. And that score is slowly closing. I believe there is going to be plenty of time for it to swing back. But yamss goes down, and we're going to have to see a Saikyu or a clafrelys break as well if we want that Victoria A team to hold on to that lead.
Absolutely, clafrelys with the biggest combo out of New Zealand there. And Mrekk holding on to that FC. So look at the ACK as well on Mrekk. Just makes it look so easy. But above 99 for clafrelys there. Saikyu with another miss, a few misses in a row there. yamss as well with not a massive combo. Hayley as well goes down once again. So it really is Mrekk holding up against this New Zealand team. but still a big score lead, and it's blowing out even further to Victoria thanks to that FC from Mrekk. Zyntex goes down once again. clafrelys goes down there. LusT.
Yeah, unfortunately, clafrelys' combo there being broken is going to be an absolute detriment to New Zealand A, and they have nothing on the side of that board now. Mrekk finally loses at FC, but there's nothing to show for New Zealand A, and they have 110,000 score to try and claw back in this final 8.
yamss has something to say.
yamss does have something to say. 600 combo out a good analysis actually there from Pala. Picks it up. Hayley goes down once again, but like you said, the final 8 of this map, that's about 15 minutes worth of map here as this very, very long hidden one. So anything can still happen as clafrelys goes down. yamss still with a big combo. Saikyu with a reasonable combo there. Zyntex with the 400 combo. So is Victoria A actually still leaking
Wow.
still getting score out of New Zealand there. yamss goes down. No one with a big combo on the board except for Zyntex and Mrekk. Looks like this is going to go Victoria A's way here for this second map. Massive hidden
A's
lineup.
way.
Absolutely.
The A way, that is true.
This map's still going. Looks like it's done on the counter there, but absolutely not done yet. What a long map that one was. As we see Victoria A pick up another map there, go 2-0 against this strong New Zealand squad. I did actually think this might actually go on a little bit more than it currently is. 2 maps up, Victoria will be happy with LusT.
Yeah, starting us off, they took that break point on that DT2 and then taking their own pick as well. This is looking good for that Victoria A side. Obviously, as mentioned earlier, Drox being out is a huge out for them, but they are still, Mrekk and Zyntex, able to hold so well and do such a good job contesting against this New Zealand A, which is seed 1 as well. So it is a very, very difficult matchup. But New Zealand A's pick here. Now, what do they go into here? I don't really know what they pick into here, to be honest. So,
Pala, what would you be doing if you were in New Zealand A's shoes here?
I think I would pick.
the suspense.
And you can see
I
you can
can
see why it
hear
takes
the- I
so
can
long
hear
for
the
these
cogs
teams to pick.
turning.
Because these top level OSU players, LusT, they've got to think and calculate so much when they're picking these maps in these tournament scenarios. And Pala giving us an insight into.
I think
how
No
much
Mod 2 is
goes
good.
into it. No Mod 2. I was going to say No Mod 2 as
Yeah.
well, Pala. So
Yeah.
I'll-
So we're
I'll
like on the
captain-
same page right now.
absolutely. I'll captain the OWC team next year. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Victoria A side on that number 2 is definitely, I mean, Zyntex himself, he will say it himself, he is definitely a little bit of a struggler when it comes to that flow in comparison to the rest of his skills.
No, he said he figured it out.
Okay, he figured out flow aim, all good. Zyntex is back, ladies and gentlemen. But they are definitely down a little bit with that third player in comparison to that New Zealand A roster. I believe New Zealand A's number 2 roster is probably best or second best in the tournament. You could say either way with them or New South Wales being the best No Mod 2 roster, but
Yeah, I know, right?
I wish I could figure out flow aim LusT, I'll be honest. If you could see me play OC, there's a lot of things I just need to figure out. But Pala just, obviously Zyntex has just figured it out and flipped that switch, and so we'll see in this No Mod 2. A lot of streams obviously in this map. The No Mod 2, pretty traditional.
Wow, they actually picked a WoW.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's
it
why,
about 2 minutes ago.
that's why you get the
No, I
big
thought you were
dollars,
telling me
Pala.
to guess what they picked.
Absolutely, and you
You
picked
did,
it right.
yeah.
So
You picked it, and then they picked it about 10 seconds after you said No Mod 2.
some would say you picked it like a dirty nose, Pala, as we go into this No Mod 2. We're going to see who comes in. A few jumps on this map that make it easy to miss on, but pretty straight up and down stream map. As we await to see who comes in for both teams. Who are we going to see for New Zealand A here?
Oh, I'm gonna see She Gon Pay Me.
Maybe coming in.
Jeremy himself.
That
Jeremy
guy
comes in.
likes streams.
Yeah,
He likes streams. Eats them for breakfast, I've heard, actually.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Yes,
clafrelys comes in, and Saikyu.
little bit
believe
late
I'm
for
pronouncing that
breakfast,
correctly.
unfortunately.
It's almost
But-
breakfast time in New Zealand. That's the thing. That's the thing for these New Zealand players. It must be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning right now.
I think it's only about 10:30.
Look, Lust,
So not quite that
Lust,
late.
I know what I said, all right? And I know it's almost breakfast time on Sunday morning for New Zealand. And as we see Mrekk, Zyntex and Hayley come in, and Jeremy, Saikyu and clafrelys come in for New Zealand A. Tell you what, this promises to be a juicy no mod 2. New Zealand A need to get on the board here to stem the flow to Victoria A.
Bro said juicy.
It will be a juicy, juicy map. As we get this juicy map underway, mod 2. It's a quick start. And LusT has completely gone off his nut in the commentary booth here. He's barely sitting upright on the chair as I look next to me. And Pala has him in all sorts of ways here. The connection between these two co-commentators I have in the booth here with me at the moment is very strong. These two are very, very close to each other, some might say. As we see big note locks out of Jeremy there to miss the early stream. But everyone else on an FC, as clafrelys, Saikyu, Mrekk, Zyntex and Hayley, all doing fantastic here on this, early on in this no mod 2. About a quarter way through the map, LusT. Have you contained yourself?
Oh, I've locked back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are, unfortunately, Shigopemi is the only person to have broken, and he has found a little bit of chambers at the start, but as I say that,
Hayley goes down.
Hayley is going to match it too, so it is currently 2-2 on the side of FCs, but, I mean, this is one of those maps, you're seeing it, Mrekk SSing, Saikyu 1-100, and I think that's going to be a running theme for this entire
cast the curse. He's not SSing anymore.
Okay.
How unfortunate as well.
Oh my god.
I wish that's all I had to worry about when I played OSU, is that he's not SSing anymore. So Saikyu and Mrekk absolutely dead set even at the moment. And I'll tell you what, Pala was right onto you there, LusT. Absolutely ready for you to cast a curse someone there. And Jeremy, unfortunately, letting down the New Zealand side here, but Hayley matching it, so there isn't really too much between these two teams. Zyntex goes down, though, and watch the score start to move towards New Zealand A here. As these big streams, there's some easy points to miss on this map, LusT.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zyntex finding that break means that second man is down for Victoria A, so now it's Mrekk versus the world at the moment. And Saikyu and clafrelys, the pair of them, I would be surprised to see a break from either of them. So as you can see,
Mrekk goes down.
Wow.
Goes Mrekk, two huge misses from Mrekk, unfortunately, and you're looking at that score just explode to the side of New Zealand A. Shigopemi has built quite a good recovery as well, up to 800 combo now. Was stumbling a little bit at the start, but has composed himself quite well. And we're going to see a very, very dominant no mod 2 go to the favor of New Zealand A.
Jeez Louise.
This was the
Jeez
map.
Louise.
This absolutely, geez Louise, and that was, you took the words right off my tongue there, Pala. You must have been looking at it as as New Zealand A absolutely dominates that no mod 2, and they absolutely needed it because they were starting to really ship some ground to Victoria A. But New Zealand pulls through there. Saikyu and clafrelys get the full combo there. Fantastic to see. And Jeremy with the supporting and cast there. So we'll have to see what Victoria, are they going to start to... They don't want to let New Zealand start to get on a roll here. It's a strong New Zealand side. So what kind of pick are we going to see out of New Zealand here? Pala, have you got any reads on what Victoria might pick here?
Can you go to the screen that has the maps?
I can on my computer. I can.
No, you got that.
No, it's okay. Coco's got it. Thank you very much, Coco, for the stream as well today. And
Just pick hidden 3, I think.
Hidden 3. Let's see if Pala is actually 100% success rate at the moment on the picks. And I'd say that hidden 3 would be a good shout just to throw New Zealand off their game here, because they can't let New Zealand get a roll on this match.
I have a question, Pala. What makes you think that it's him at hidden 3? Could it be potentially that you think their hidden is not as proficient as that Victoria side?
That's not
Actually,
true.
I was gonna say, like, when we did hidden 1, like, their scores are actually, like, pretty good. But I think Victoria
I do too. Yep.
Like, I think Victoria can just like snap that shit better on the hidden 3. Cause like hidden 1 was like a flowing map, so like that's like kind of good for Saikyu. Even though you say you can't play hidden, like hidden 3 is way different.
And you've picked it. You've actually picked it perfectly, Pala. Let's go back in the clip and make sure we erase whatever Pala said, because he did say no mod 4, and that's exactly what they've picked. They've gone straight for the up and down tech pick here.
Oh, this map is poo. You know,
Pala, not
no
a fan of the no mod
it.
4. So
he's like picking poo.
What are you saying?
And absolutely, potentially not everyone's favourite map, this one. But thank you very much for the map pickers as well as the mapper themselves on this map, because it's a fantastic map we got for this No Mod 4 here at Australian States Cup Finals. As we see Zyntex.
Wait, is that a custom?
For Victoria? I don't believe so. I don't believe this one's a custom.
Okay. I don't want to be disrespectful to the custom.
No, that's right. No, well, let's pretend it is, or not. Well, either way. As we look for the No Mod 4, let's see who comes in here. Saikyu, clafrelys, and yamss are the ones in for New Zealand at the moment. They could just be holding down the fort. Zyntex the only one in for Victoria. Let's see who comes in. We expect to see Mrekk in once again for this one. LusT?
Yes, 100% Mrekk is a perma lobby. There is no way there's ever going to be a map without Mrekk in it.
Wait, I need to take a leak.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you for letting us know.
Make sure
Mrekk,
you mute up,
Zyntex, and probably Hayley going to come in for that third on Victoria A. And then already seeing Saikyu, clafrelys, and yamss on that New Zealand A side. So tech, at the lower end, they are all incredibly proficient, but as it starts to get up in that star rating, the more difficult side of the tech, especially in the no mod section, is going to catch up to that New Zealand A. And I think this is definitely going to be a little bit more of a struggle for New Zealand A in comparison to Victoria A here.
Yeah, I think you've absolutely picked it like a dirty nose there, LusT. I think New Zealand A will be pushing it uphill just to get this map done, and we will start to see some momentum go Victoria A's way, but we'll have to see. Obviously, this is Osu, funny game Osu, anything can happen, and we talk about the quality of players in this tournament, and it's good I saw just when Pala said he was going for that break, he muted up straight away, which was good. Just the quality of the man, able to, a man of so many talents. Not only can he play Osu and win for his team, he can also come straight back in and cast with the best of them. As we now look to see who comes in for this map. So clafrelys, Saikyu, yamss, Zyntex, Hayley, Mrekk, as we get this no mod, we get this no mod 4 underway, yes.
Yeah, gonna start this one off in fashionable style. Everyone is gonna be holding on. No breaks at the early points, which you'd kind of hope so. This map is fairly short though, only 2 minutes 20 seconds, and it is very, very difficult. Some of these sliders are almost nigh impossible to hold through, and as you can see, Zyntex is down a little bit of combo, so I'm not sure if he's just missed 5 slider ends or if he did miss in the very first millisecond, but he does go down. So does Mrekk though. The only FC on the side of Victoria A is Hayley.
Hayley goes down too.
Oh no.
This is, remember, this is Victoria's pick, LusT. This is what they picked to stem that flow of New Zealand. And so New Zealand potentially, as we are early on in this map, although we see it swing both ways now, with Saikyu going down, clafrelys with that big combo, yamss as well with a big combo, Hayley goes down once more. Mrekk should be able to build a big combo out of this one as well, about halfway through this very short map.
Yeah, and you can see the combat difference. I mean, Mrekk 97.5%, Zyntex 95, and then the entire New Zealand roster is below them in AC. But clafrelys just has that combo, and it is giving them the boon at the moment. But down goes Saikyu, down goes yamss, down goes Zyntex, and down goes Hayley. Now, it was all Rolando and clafrelys, but down goes clafrelys as well. So it's just Mrekk with that big combo, and immediately watch that score shoot towards the side of Victoria A. Mrekk looking too comfortable now with a massive recovery here.
Just that, this is the quality, right? We spoke about the quality in the previous match of the New South Wales A combo, Pala, Atkins, Box, and they get this quality in tournament format where they can just pull it out. Even if it doesn't go their way, they can just pull it out, and Mrekk showing exactly why he's that pivotal player for Australia at the moment in all levels of the game, as we see he's doing the exact same thing for Victoria, and that is a map that goes to Victoria A. We looked a bit shaky there last, but they got it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, finding a very early break for Mrekk and Zyntex the pair, but Mrekk was able to stabilize only the one slider break, I believe. Pulled out a nice 700 combo. Absolutely whipped it out against this New Zealand A side. Well, they are going to take it now 1-3 to the advantage of Victoria A into this New Zealand pick.
Speaking of whipping out, Pala has rejoined us back in the commentary booth, and Pala, did you manage to catch any of that map at all?
I saw him get 700k.
Nice.
And it was Mrekk that really pulled through there for the Victorian team. And that was their pick, so it was looking shaky there about halfway through the map, Pala. I don't know if you could hear us there, but it was looking shaky. But Victoria A have once again pulled through another map. And I say, LusT, we spoke about that kind of sleepy debuff that New Zealand A might get. Obviously, this is a very common thing we always talk about here in OSU. And as this match goes longer, you have to imagine for New Zealand A to win this match, they need to win another 6 maps. And it could be 7, 8 o'clock in the morning by the time this match is done. The longer this match goes on, and that will start to hurt obviously these players.
That would be a seriously long tournament match. I'm not quite sure it would be 7 or 8 a.m. Maybe could squeeze it out to 11:30, maybe 12 in the morning. But that would be a pretty difficult task for New Zealand A to accomplish. I believe we would have to see a tiebreaker pick there, and even then, let me just compose myself for a second.
As LusT does struggle there, but Nomod1 gets picked from Jeremy there. You
didn't ask me. I said I was gonna say like they would pick this.
I thought, and I thought it was a foregone conclusion. I thought you were gonna say that anyway. But yes, absolutely. Why do you think they picked this one?
Like if you don't ask me, then from now on.
Yeah. Why do you think they picked this Nomod1 New Zealand here?
Okay, so like because usually when you don't know what to pick, like you pick Nomod1.
That's true. And when you don't know what to do, Nomod1's the pick for you. That's what is typically said around tournament formats. And
that's a good one.
That was off the top of the dome there, Pala, as clafrelys, Saikyu currently sitting in the lobby, yamss as well for New Zealand. I'm impressed at the moment by New Zealand, how quickly and organised they are actually. We saw this match was delayed by 5 minutes, and it was actually delayed by Victoria, and they're also the slower ones getting into the lobbies here. Pala, does that play any difference when you do get in these tournament formats? Being organised, being that kind of, we saw your team almost robotic in the picks and getting into the lobby.
It makes me really angry when I see them take very long.
Exactly, so. Yeah. But do you think it also gets under that when they're taking a long time and they can see you're already ready to go? Do you think it gets in their head as well that you're so organised?
Yeah, I think
picks down.
I think if you go fast and you're ready, then like when they come in, they see you already, and it's pretty like awful.
Absolutely. I can't imagine. I can't imagine being in the South Australian team last match and seeing Pala, Atkins, and Box all in a lobby together, ready to go, ready to hunt you down on a map. That would be pretty intimidating, especially if it was me, the one that was doing that. I don't think I'd stand a chance. But Mrekk, Zyntex, and Hayley are the ones that get to face off against this organised New Zealand side in this Nomod1. And exactly like Supercoach Pala did say, they went straight into Nomod1, trying to stem this flow that Victoria A have at the moment. And we go to this
fucking Friday.
Absolutely.
That is the name
of the map. That's correct. Absolutely. As
yeah, I believe it actually is Saturday, not Friday. So it cannot be fucking Friday, but getting in now. Zyntex not wanting to join us for this Nomod1, it seems. But classic Bancho being Bancho for the 1 millionth time. Getting into this now. I do see combos across the board at the moment. As
Hayley goes down into that.
Find the break, but clafrelys matches immediately. So already down 2 FCs to 2. Zyntex, Mrekk, Saikyu, and yamss, the crazy high skill cap players, really. in this lobby, and very consistent. A lot of them. I would be very surprised to not see some FCs coming out of this, because some history behind fucking Friday as well. It is obviously quite a common, popular No Mod 1, and just recently in ANZT13 summer, it was the No Mod 1 for Grand Finals, I believe, and we watched Mrekk play that and FC that in the Grand Finals back then. So would not be too surprised to see another one coming out of
I
India.
got a good score as well.
You did. Pala did almost FC that with, I believe Zaver was your teammate.
Yeah.
Were you in jump? Oh, sorry, go. No, you go.
No, you go.
Oh, I was going to say this map got played right at the end of the last match with Pala, where you were in it. Were you in this map? Did you get to play this map just before?
Yeah, this was the map that like after everyone left and they told us to come back. Yeah.
And
I think Andy almost FC'd it. Good boy.
Not even remotely close to.
No, Dumb Andy carried through that map. I know last you were off eating your dinner there, but Dumb Andy, I tell you what, actually, Pala, did Dumb Andy almost pull through as kind of MVP there for the team?
I think so. Dude, that free mod 4, like I feel like he just FCs stuff with like 90%.
Yeah,
so
that
nonchalantly.
That No Mod 4 was ridiculous. We didn't really talk about the score too much, but he was, I believe, the only FC on the map. And he was
it's a very strange skill that he has, you know.
Absolutely.
It's very low accuracy, but he always manages to get his way.
Absolutely. As we see on this map right here in front of us, New Zealand are currently struggling against this Victoria A side. Mrekk still with the FC. Hayley with a massive combo as well, but no FCs on the New Zealand side. And Mrekk seems to be once again pulling this Victorian team through, as really it's clafrelys with the only big combo on the New Zealand front. But it's just not enough for Mrekk's FC at the moment. As you see, the score just keep trickling towards Victoria's. We're about 2/3 of the way through, LusT.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hayley did find that break, so no more massive support combos. Zyntex is doing his best to build one back up, but it is, again, a case. Tale as old as time. Mrekk against the world. The only FC in the lobby. clafrelys is doing his best for that New Zealand side, but you are watching that score just continue to grow as Mrekk's FC continues to hold 99.82% accuracy as well, looking incredibly comfortable, and it's already nearly getting to the point where it's going to be hard for New Zealand to do anything, even if Mrekk finds this break. It doesn't look like he will.
Well, LusT, as we get almost to the end of this map, there's a reason he's the best player in the world at the moment. Mrekk just casually moving Victoria A through this map pool. It's been fantastic to see so far in this tournament. And New Zealand just with no answers at the moment. They must be feeling under the mental pressure as they start to all miss at the end of this map here. And tell you what are they going to do next? Because they seem to not have the answer for the Victorian A dominance. And it's not just Mrekk. The other players on Victoria are clearly getting a buff out of playing with such a good player themselves. So New Zealand will need to find some answers here as they're about to go down another map.
Yeah, Mrekk, is he going to hold this FC out through the brutal ending jumps? He does. He pulls it out. And again, Mrekk, too calm, too collected on this No Mod 1. Makes it look incredibly easy. 3 100s. Pulls out that FC, and just what a score from him. Not too unexpected, though, to see Mrekk FCing a No Mod 1. As we go 1-4 to the advantage of Victoria A, into that Victoria A pick as well. It is looking very good for them at the moment.
I mean, looking at that Mrekk score there, it looks very similar to the Dumb Andy score we saw a little bit earlier on tonight on that map. Dumb Andy played that so well there for the New South Wales team. But Victoria A do pick up another map there. And I believe it is now New Zealand. It's Victoria A's pick, so that was a New Zealand pick. They were trying to limit their losses to Victoria, but Victoria broke once again. So it will be a Victoria A pick here. And what are they going to do?
Hidden 3.
Hidden 3, you reckon?
Yeah, that is what I was going to say also, is I would assume a Hidden 3 pick is going to come out from Victoria A here. Obviously, Hidden 2 being banned. Okay. My commentators agree with me. Hidden 2 being banned, and that Hidden 1
What did I even say? I said Hidden 3 or Fremont 2.
It's okay, dude.
I reckon Hard Rock too.
What did I even actually say?
So Pala with some good picks here. We'll wait and see what the Victorian Zyntex does. Pick the hidden 3, so absolutely there. Pala right on the money once again. Almost has an inside spy, obviously, in the Victorian team. Knows exactly what's coming next. Such is the sixth sense on Pala at the moment. Clearly very locked into this game we call Osu as we wait and see. So hidden 3 last. This map promised to be an interesting one.
Yeah, this hidden 3 is a very, very cool map. To say the least, I am quite a fan of it. Obviously, a lot more snap aim required than flow aim as opposed to that hidden one. So this is going to be more of a reading test in that. Okay.
So as LusT composes himself there, as we see Saikyu, clafrelys, and HaSappy comes in, Zyntex. No one else for Victoria A. So Victoria A continually just languishing, getting in the lobby here. Obviously, just making sure they practice this map. Using all the time they have. And we wait and see who comes in for this Victorian team. But New Zealand, once again, very prompt into the lobby. Good to see. As we wait. See, I'll tell you what, as we talk about this New Zealand team, it is getting later for them, obviously. Well into the night on Sunday night now.
Osbert with the raid.
And we do get raided there from Osbert.
Osbert. A player that realistically should have been on this. Yeah, should have been on this New Zealand A team, but unfortunately did find that tourney ban just before the tournament started. But raiding in to show his support for his side. Get some W Osberts going in the chat.
Absolutely, as we now have a full lobby in for Victoria A. Mrekk, Hayley, and Zyntex. So no real change there. Obviously, just got out to make sure they were in the rhythm of the map. As we see the GLHFers in the match chat. So we're ready to go for this 6th map of this match.
JGLF.
JGLF indeed. So yeah, once again, seeing Hayley, and again, Hayley has been a bit of a staple for this Victoria A side with that Drox, unfortunate Drox loss. Hayley is stepping up and taking that third player role. But I think this hidden 3 should be a fairly difficult one for New Zealand A to do much of any damage towards Victoria A here. Obviously, clafrelys himself is a very, very proficient hidden player. But as I say that, he is going to be the first to find that break, unfortunately. But I think the hidden reading on that Victoria side is just in a league of its own.
Yes, clafrelys does go down early there. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Zyntex, Hayley, and Mrekk all with the FCs. Actually, Hayley might just be missing a couple of circles there, but Saikyu and yamss still with. yamss is the only one with an FC on the New Zealand side. And so, early loss there to New Zealand. However, still all to play for us. We're about a third of the way through this map. Hidden 3 a tough ass, like you said, for New Zealand A. Not really their strongest suit. Pala, obviously, the belief that New Zealand are the best hidden team in this tournament. But
let's go with that.
Yeah, but Victoria A just with a little bit more quality on the side at the moment. And Mrekk, how is the act from? Actually, the act from all of the New Zealand side, Victoria A side, is looking very, very juicy at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zyntex, Hayley, and Mrekk all finding those breaks at the exact same time, but they have done some serious damage. There is that looming yamss 800 combo, huge recovery he has, but it's not looking like it's enough at the moment. And as he goes down, so will the entire lobby just about. And that is looking fair. Oh, Hayley finding a bit of a misread, but honestly, Hayley impressing me like quite incredibly. She has stepped up and is playing this third player role so well, filling in the shoes of Drox. And Victoria A looking so comfortable on this hidden 3, up by 140 and growing 1,000 points. And already it's looking like there's not much that New Zealand A can do.
Absolutely lost, and yes, Victoria A just seeming to run away with it. Even when they do make mistakes, New Zealand just come back with even bigger ones. Saikyu and clafrelys going down there. And it looks like this might be a Victoria A map. Have to take a miracle here for New Zealand A to pick this one up. And you have to say, LusT, as we go to this 5th map win here for Victoria A, as we just close out this one. Mrekk still with a big combo. yamss with also a similarly big combo. And they close that one out. So it's a big win there by about 160,000 points from Victoria A to pick up their 5th map. Best of 13, a reminder. These finals.
Not best of 11. Keep that in mind.
Oh, I thought it was best of 11.
so did the referee last match, unfortunately. But yeah, 1-5 for this Victoria side. New Zealand A looking a little bit on the ropes at the moment there. They already chose that No. 1, so sort of already have grabbed that pick where you don't know what you want to pick. You choose No. 1, right? But they've already done that, so sort of running low on what's left.
3-4.
3-4 is the call.
3-4. I would be interested to see that 3-4 for sure. I mean, we saw the mod 4 pretty handily being given to the Victoria A side. Maybe that 3-4
or DT4.
could go.
3-4 or DT4, or like Hard Rock 2. Or
So one of the maps that is left in the pool potentially.
no, okay, I think 3-4. Like they could go DT4 as well. I think 3-4.
I think, absolutely, like you said, Pala, one of the maps that is left will likely be chosen here by New Zealand.
Okay, 3-4 then.
As 3-4 is the call. I'd be intrigued if it is the 3-4.
3-4 is like flowing.
We already saw Zyntex has actually figured out flow aim, which is good.
Yeah,
to see.
we did hear that. We did get told he figured it out recently, so it'd be scary to pick.
Okay, DT4 then.
DT4. And I
I
think
think
we see.
DT4 like yamss is gonna be really good.
Yeah, but then yamss gonna be able to match Mrekk, and then you see Zyntex as well. Zyntex on DT4 is also incredible. So they'll go for that 3-1, which is sort of where I was more leaning towards.
Interesting.
Choosing,
really?
yeah, it was, but
And that's exactly what Pala was saying as well. This 3-1 would be the logical next pick for New Zealand.
yeah, he did say one of the maps that were left in the pool, and 3-1 is one of them.
Absolutely, Pala does pull through once more on a good pick there, and so New Zealand have picked up this 3-1. Now they need to do something here because Victoria A, they can smell blood in the water at the moment, but it's getting later and later for New Zealand A as well. And I tell you what, this time difference for New Zealand, it really does show that if you want to be an elite OSU player, you should be moving to Perth. It is currently almost 7 o'clock here in Perth, and that's peak OSU gaming time. And, so they really are leaving PP on the table if you're trying to play OSU anywhere further east of Perth. So by all means, I can't believe these players are still playing from anywhere else other than WA, but they are. It's weird, but clafrelys, yamss, and Saikyu go in for New Zealand. Victoria taking a little bit longer once again. But LusT, what do you think about that? New Zealand are starting to obviously sleeper and sleeper as this match goes on.
The longer it takes, the more tired they get. But as you were saying about, those Perth players, look at Australia's best speed player, Superior. And where's he from? That's right, he's from Perth. So what can I say except for you should all move to Perth, ladies and gentlemen. But
Mrekk,
and not Zyntex, Hayley for Victoria A, and then once again the same roster for New Zealand A.
And you can argue that Superior is just a freak and just great at the game, but we also have the best Masters player in Australia, the best over 30s player in Ilgadi, and so Perth is really well covered across the spectrum.
Really across the spectrum.
Across the spectrum.
I think it's very covered by Perth.
Absolutely, by almost all OSU players in Australia. And so as we get this underway, Zyntex, Hayley, Mrekk for Victoria A on this. It's been so long since they picked it 3-1. So we'll see what mods are we going to see, Pala. Who do you think is going to be modded how?
I think I know who's going to be on Hard Rock for New Zealand A.
Yeah, probably Saikyu on the Hard Rock, clafrelys.
I think I know who's going to be hidden as well. I think it's going to be clafrelys, and then Mrekk's going to be hidden, and then Zyntex is going to be Hard Rock.
Correct.
Are we going to see any overmodding at all?
Nah.
I didn't think so either. And so as we get this one underway, Victoria A with a handy lead in the pocket. And
sneaky pocket lead.
Absolutely, and Mrekk probably potentially potentially looking for a rental over in Perth at the moment in mid-match.
Oh wow, yamss actually taking the hidden over clafrelys. That is definitely a surprise.
What the?
Kind of where I was going with that as well. What the?
That has shocked Pala here in the commentary booth. His jaw is wide open, chin almost on the desk. I'm seeing next to us, LusT. Pala cannot believe.
They're very good, both of them. So like, it's okay.
That's true. And I'll tell you what, this whole New Zealand roster is very good, Pala. Absolutely, you're not wrong about that. And so we see this slow start to this map. We've seen already in this tournament, some of these slower starts to the map, you can see some issues, but currently no issues at all on the board. No tissues needed for those issues, Pala, as we get this map underway.
Bringing back another incredible one-liner, but as I say that Hayley will be the first to find a break. The no mod for the side of Victoria A is gonna be the first drop, but everyone else still holding on to those full combos. That accuracy is fairly even across the board. High 97s, low 98s. As I said, that Saikyu will find an act drop though, and it is down a bit now. But that score, only 7,000 the difference at the moment. As I say that, we will see a break from Saikyu as well. So that scoreline is going to shift into the favor of Victoria A now. Saikyu once again finding another break, and it is 2-2 on the side of FCs at the moment.
Absolutely, and look at the third on Victoria A. Hayley just holding up their end of the bargain here, and solid combo as well. So Saikyu, that was a bad miss at the moment, and we're almost halfway through the map. Cannot afford any more big misses out of New Zealand because they will really hurt the combo counts. And Saikyu can build up another large combo, as we saw clafrelys go down with the no mod as well.
Yeah, Zyntex and clafrelys getting absolutely demolished by seemingly fairly easy sliders. Unfortunately, that will be two big combo breaks, but because they were both FCs, they are gonna be even. So now it is yamss versus Mrekk and Hayley in an uncontested field with this supporting combo. But
Zyntex goes down again.
Zyntex goes down.
Look at Hayley, world on their shoulders at the moment, just trying to hang on to Mrekk, and it's working at the moment. Victoria with a big lead, and it is getting bigger. Still, anything can happen. Yamss goes down, so that has to spell the end there for New Zealand for this map. Surely no big combos at all on the board, unless we see big misses out of Victoria A. Mrekk just too solid, just so consistent. Great to see how much Mrekk has developed as a tournament player as well.
Yeah, Hayley was doing so well, did find that break finally, but she has done marvels on that supporting combo. And I mean, Mrekk still holding on to that FC. Zyntex smoking us, saying beautiful and putting a little smiley face. Must be talking about Atkins, because that boy is genuinely such a beautiful addition to this tournament.
Not wrong. The whole New South Wales A roster is, I've heard, very, very beautiful objectively as well. So, and as we continue on through this map, Mrekk, Pala agrees as well. He's lucky enough to see his reflection every morning in the mirror, which is, some people would pay good money for that. As Mrekk continues on with that full combo, just carrying that Victorian A side to victory. Does get a miss as I say that. Hayley now with the biggest combo on their team, so they will start to leak some score, but they're not leaking quick enough. And I don't think New Zealand A will be able to pick this one up, as Victoria A win that one by just under 400,000 points. And so...
Well.
Okay.
One more
when
map.
Did Atkins join the booth?
One more map, Pala. What do we see picked from Victoria A to finish the... potentially finish the match off?
DT4? Yeah. They did pick DT4. Yeah, that's where I was going when you were saying earlier that New Zealand A would pick DT4. I thought that would probably be a Victoria A pick for sure.
I thought that both of them could pick it. But after the result of the free mod 1, like before free mod 1, I thought that they would pick it. But then after free mod 1, I thought that Victoria would pick it.
Absolutely. Well, that is good deduction there from Pala, and that's why he is the class player that he is. As we see DT4, and I wonder if this will be the map that closes out the match here for Victoria A. Mrekk in the lobby. Saikyu, clafrelys, both in for New Zealand at the moment. But what are they going to do? You put yourself in the shoes of Jeremy, the New Zealand team captain. What do you do here, Pala, to kind of stem the flow of this, to try and get one back on Victoria? What do you do?
I would say that that they should put Saikyu, clafrelys, and yamss.
Do you think Jeremy would have said anything to his players before they went out in the field? Any inspiring words from the team captain of New Zealand there?
They would probably be like, no, we cannot lose this because I don't want to play against New South Wales in the losers bracket.
That's true, actually, and that.
So then it'll pump them up.
No, we can't lose this. No.
Absolutely, and Jeremy already talking about what he's going to do after this match. Watch Avatar, and so already.
Wait, I forgot that the New South Wales has like another match, so they might not even make it. I was saying, like, I don't want to potentially play against New South Wales next week.
Yeah,
I don't want to
be the winner of Queensland A and WAA, and not to toot West Australia's horn, but I'm hoping for a WAA versus New South Wales A. Again, no bias at all towards WA, I promise.
No, well, it's not biased when they're objectively the best side in the tournament. But as
that's true. That is very true.
If there's any team that can win this tournament, it's probably the WAA team. As everyone getting underway here, and it's hard. I tell you what, it is hard. You know, I get asked regularly when I take public transport around Perth. I do get asked about the WAA team in the States Cup, and how well they're going and how deep they're going to go into this tournament. And I'll just tell them all the way. And I was on a bus actually the other day, and I got someone asking me about it. And, I have to say, yeah, this WAA team is just too strong for the States Cup. You could enter it on OWC itself, and they'd probably come top 3. As we see this next map, this potentially last map getting underway. Yamss goes down there. Saikyu with the only full combo out of New Zealand. Mrekk also with the full combo. Zyntex as well. Sephy with a big one. So let's see how is this one going to play out last. Can New Zealand do anything?
It's going to be really difficult for them. Unfortunately, yamss finding once again on the break. Yamss is one of those players that really needs to be able to play this DT4 well, because realistically, Mrekk and Zyntex are probably going to double FC this. They are both incredibly talented when it comes to DT4s. And at the moment, it is just Saikyu on the FCs. clafrelys and sephy are on a decent recovery. The pair of them matching each other almost perfectly. But yamss is down by quite a margin, and it's showing in the score, 200,000 difference already.
Absolutely, we can't see any more mistakes out of the New Zealand team. A lot of pressure on the shoulders of clafrelys there, as yamss as well with a decent combo. But Mrekk and Zyntex just so strong, and sephy basically on an FC themselves. And so much pressure on the shoulders of this New Zealand team, but this might be where their tournament journey slows down somewhat.
Down goes Zyntex. That is going to be a big break on the side of Victoria A.
Mrekk goes down.
Oh, Mrekk too. A full reset on the side of Victoria A. It's swinging back. There is still time here. There's still easily a third of the map to go. And you're looking at a Saikyu FC clafrelys over 1,000 combos. So there's still plenty of time to go here. Mrekk not happy about that one. You can see smoking a big trail across his entire screen. yamss goes down once again, but gonna have to need to see a Saikyu and a clafrelys break, and soon. But it's looking like they're gonna start to hold through. Oh,
this is gonna come right down to the wire. Look at it start to scale on the combos of Saikyu and clafrelys. Sephy goes down, Mrekk goes down again, Zyntex, clafrelys goes down, but New Zealand A is pulling ahead here. They're so close to the end of the map here, and it looks like New Zealand A will take it.
Oh, Saikyu finds that break as well. There's so little time. Zyntex has that big recovery too. It's only 30,000, but Zyntex goes down, and that's going to seal it, I think. I don't think there's enough time. If Zyntex held, I believe there was. Oh, Spencer win? No.
15,000 points the difference in the end. between the two. What a combo by Saikyu. clafrelys with a fantastic run as well. Mrekk went down in the worst spot there, around about halfway through the map. And that caused a big end to their score there. Zyntex just with that one miss as well. But a great map there from New Zealand A. And now it's New Zealand A's pick. Can they pick anything here? Is there anything left in this map pool that they might be able to get over the top of Victoria A?
3-4.
Maybe one of these days, so they'll pick 3-4. If you keep predicting it, it can't be wrong eventually.
Absolutely.
Right?
A broken clock's right twice a day. And
Exactly.
as we look for what's next, New Zealand A, if they go with the tactical mastermind that is Pala up here in the commentary booth, we'll see a free mod 4 out of them. And but do they ignore the?
He goes to do something stupid and like pick number 3.
That would be
Yeah,
stupid.
I was thinking more so maybe they try and just squeeze out a hard rock here. Maybe one of the more approachable hard rocks, because it's going to be really difficult. Everything that's left.
How could you approach a hard rock if it sets the approach rate 10?
Now that is why you're here for your analysis, my friend. Some absolutely incredible comms from Pala himself. All hard rock maps tend to be AR 10 as long as the base AR is 7 or above. So again, wonderful insight from Pala.
It's good, and that's why we've got him here, LusT. You don't get that kind of insight just from anyone on the street, and that's why Pala, one of the best players in Australia, and he picked it. He picked it perfectly. That the Hard Rock 2 would be the next one. It's Hard Rock 2. This is a tough map.
Yeah, you picked that.
When I was practicing LusT, as you know, we all have practiced these maps in the pool.
Yeah, of course.
And this Hard Rock 2 was not an easy map. CS 7.8, tiny little circles, almost little dots. I only have a 14-inch monitor, and so very, very small.
Who's super handsome, am I right?
Very small dots on my screen. I play in windowed mode as well, so yeah,
oh wow,
you see the map. Yeah. But that's okay. We'll see what this New Zealand A team makes of it. This would have to be a pick to try and knock off that dominance of Mrekk at the moment on the Victorian team.
Yeah, and I mean,
Knock it off.
Hayley and Zyntex are also incredibly proficient on the hard rock as well. Sephy is in the lobby at the moment, but I think that might just be a timer check to allow these players to practice that super high CS hard rock 2 and try and build a little bit of consistency while they can on this CS 7.8. So it is absolutely not messing around with this precision at all. Saikyu sitting in the lobby though. Saikyu just realistically one of the best hard rock players in the entire world. So good at that hard rock. But in comes Hayley, in comes yamss. Should see clafrelys, and we'll see Mrekk Zyntex in just a moment. Right, in they come. Sephy's still in the lobby. I did see Hayley peek her head in for a moment there. But actually looking like she's not going to play. It is going to be Sephy in as opposed to Hayley.
Wow.
So getting Sephy in for a few more maps this week as opposed to last week. I do believe we didn't see Sephy last week. Zintex's client once again having some problems as Bancho does Bancho things, but getting into this Hard Rock 2 now, and you can already see how brutally small those circles are. That CS 7.8 is nothing to play around with. Any insight, Pala?
Sephy is actually like really good at hard rock. So I think like you don't have to question like why Sephy is in over Hayley, because I think you were questioning that.
Yeah. But we have seen, unfortunately, Sephy found a few breaks. clafrelys, yamss matching it now. Already Mrekk and Saikyu, the only two FCs, the two absolute beasts. on this Hard Rock. 99.7% act from Mrekk as well. Saikyu a little bit behind, 98.7, but Mrekk goes down. And there's no combo to show on Victoria A, so that score is immediately going to flicker back to New Zealand A. Saikyu is going to lose that FC, however. So now it's relatively zero combo to zero combo at the moment. That score is only 7,000 to the advantage Victoria A at the moment. It is so close. That score is one break away from flickering, and as it does, when it flickers back again, this score is just so close. Still seeing sephy flying once again another break. Saikyu is down about 50 combo as well, but Mrekk, Zyntex, yamss, and clafrelys starting to rebuild on those combos. Some very nice, about 200 coming from Mrekk now. Down goes Zyntex, down goes sephy though, and you're seeing that score lead start to grow towards New Zealand A side, as I believe Ben is back.
Oh, I'm sorry, I muted up there. Just a cough in the commentator's box here, and LusT gave me a nudge there to say I was muted up there. But yes, as everyone is underway here, Mrekk has the quality of the player. Yeah, went down a little bit there, about halfway through the map. However, it's built up a nice combo. yamss with a good combo as well, but very, very close. Look, barely 10,000 points currently are the difference, and it's swinging wildly back and forth. And so who's going to take this one out? This is going to be so close towards the end. A miss like clafrelys just then is going to change the map a little bit. sephy goes down as well.
Yeah, Mrekk building this 400 combo, and he's uncontested at the moment. Saikyu is doing his best to come back, but Zyntex is hot on his trail as well. And right now, again, I've said it 4 times this match already. Mrekk is just doing Mrekk things. 600k on this map is nothing to slouch at. And unfortunately, I believe there's not going to be enough time for New Zealand A to bring it back. So we are going to see a 7-2 victory to the favor of Victoria A. Winning this one. In the chat. Yeah, GG, well played to both teams.
Alec calls GG from the commentary box, and that is 7 maps for Victoria A, and Mrekk once again just helping Victoria. It wasn't all Mrekk, but he definitely did do a lion's share of the work there for Victoria A to get them through another round of this tournament. What a fantastic match.
What a wonderful match we did watch.
Kind of like how Australian OWC is carried by one player.
Absolutely, Pala normally carrying.
And everyone else that one, to be honest. I think Australian OWC.
I think this is analogous to that.
Is probably top 2 in the world at the moment. Especially with we have some massive ins this year in the form of realistically Treyarch, and also potentially Drox as well, joining in on that roster. So I think our Australian OWC roster this year is going to be absolutely incredible.
So I was saying how last year it was carried by one guy and everyone else was bad. So it's like how they just played right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to downplay what we just witnessed last, but
yeah. But that has been us for Victoria A versus New Zealand A. There is another stream starting at this very moment, so don't go anywhere. We're going to start off immediately into this WA versus Queensland A match, so don't go anywhere.